have as an individual without an organization. There's going to be still a pretty narrow limit on, how effectively you can exercise power over how many people.
Okay, Me Too. I want to get this. This goes right into the Me Too thing. I had like a 5-hour conversation with Angela Keaton on this. Because we had talked. You got it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was. She called like 5 in the morning. Man, she had. We're gonna get some. Today was the day. She stayed up all night. Her and MK Lords were all rare to kind of whatever. And Angela wanted. That was the day. Okay, but this is what happened. During the Me Too thing, when that was really going, was when Cody Wilson got arrested. So they were just dumping on Cody and, this and that and everything. Another, white man privilege thing. We got to beat him up. And I'm going...
Was he alleged to have sexually harassed somebody or something? I didn't hear about that.
Cody Wilson, this case just settled. And what it was is he did a sugar baby, sugar daddy, sugar something. It was, a sex worker thing. But they said, that she was underage. She was 17 and lied on her deal or whatever. So they got him. Ooh, gonna get some. So their thing is that I think he's like 3-5 years probation and he can't something. I haven't talked to him since. But the they went after him because they've been watching everything because of the Second Amendment stuff and his 3D gun printing and Ghost Gunner and all that.
Yeah, of course they want to find something to get him.
Yeah, they found something, so there they go. So I was like discovering. I'm like, yeah, let's go to trial. I want to hear all about this one, But during the time, there was a lot of the Me Too movement in the liberty community. They were just dumping on him, and I'm going, okay, why? Well, one of the big reasons was you have this white man, rich privilege thing, and he checked off all the boxes. These people think they can just exploit anybody and women and go and do it. I'm going, whoa. What's Star Child got to say about, freedom of sex working? You can do the, 17-year-old thing. That's like a whole nother issue. But their point was looking at saying, here is somebody that is privileged, that has money, that's white, that's male, and he gets away with, they think they can do whatever and they got to take him down. That mentality.
White is an artificial category, they say actually everybody, we're all people of color. It's
yeah, no.
I
understand.
Very politically incorrect to say that.
You can not if it's a Me Too movement. The whole point was, and this is one reason I talked to Angela, and then later she came on and we did this show, because I call it talking with some of the other people. Finally, it dawned on me what they were against, this privilege, this power, this advantage of being whatever the heck. And certainly the big line is not just racial or religious, it's gender. And I'm going, I don't understand. Well, then all of a sudden it dawned on me with the conversations. It was like walking a woman, certainly if you're slight, small, petite, whatever, you're walking around with all these men that could just manhandle and do whatever the hell they wanted to you, and you feel unsafe like salmon fishermen in Alaska. There are them damn grizzly bears, and I'm bringing my 50 caliber handgun because damn. Well, the women feel like that from the people I was talking to all the time. They're going, we're out with grizzlies all the time. We got these men, they could. And I'm going, well, it sounds to me like you need a gun. I go, so then we mentioned it in the Open Ocean Medicine, the first letter of Dr. Idris Barber on the barber and the doctor on the precariat. So he did the healthcare thing. And in there, we were talking about transhumanism of different, could you modify? Do you want the government to be able to say, you can't modify yourself or you have to? And we were saying, whoa, I don't want them involved. But what were we thinking? If a woman could, press on fingernails that gives her quake power of, laser beam, I get whatever, maybe she could stay out till 2 a.m, go over whatever guy's house, not worried about being taken advantage of unless she wanted to. What if she had the same power and the same confidence in her physical, ability to defend herself as men? Well, slight men probably have that same feeling. Hell, I have that feeling. You get older, you're out in the middle of the lone prairie of the whatever the heck. Maybe I need that. That's where the Second Amendment comes in and why we had Reprisal, the female character, write the letter on self-defense. So once I realized that it was a threat, just the threat of being a man to a woman. I'm going, okay, well, we need to equalize the power here. Well, they want to equalize it with culture, equalize it with law, equalize. I'm going, hey, man, you just need to equalize it like physically. That would take care of a lot of stuff. So this is where my mindset.
A lot of different motives of people. I mean, some of the people, I think are operating sort of out of what you could call legitimate motives of that kind of fear. Other people actually are angling for more power.
Of course, you're absolutely right, and I see that too. But you got to address what the ones that legitimately, or maybe that's just the rhetoric that they're using. And when I had this conversation with Angela and some of the others and so on, in the majority, it never even occurred to them. And the fact that you would be physically able to protect yourself, that was a goal, that was a thing. Do you have to have a gun? Maybe not. Maybe you got Star Trek super shield of whatever the hell, okay? Mm-hmm. This is going to come. This is going to pass. You're going to have some ability to defend yourself without lethal whatever the heck. And I'm going, okay, it's because you're armed robot that, hovers drone on buildings next to when you need them push a button kind of crap. A satellite, blast the guy targeting laser with your Google Glass of whatever the hell. So I'm just going, when you have an answer to this, will that solve it? Like you say, maybe not, because their agenda is really something else.
You're asking me if that's what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it might be. They have other agendas. I mean, it may not be that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a whole bunch of people. It's kind of you take something like Me Too or Black Lives Matter or nationalism for that matter. I mean, there's so many different individuals that have embraced these ideologies or movements or whatever, that it's pretty hard to generalize about everybody in them. And
I got a good one for you. Here's a Star Child one. Here we go. The Straight Pride Parade Boston thing. What was your opinion on that?
Yeah, they let them do it. I don't care. I mean, people get too worked up about it. It's sort of. I mean, it's inevitable in one sense. And it's regrettable in another, because here they have another thing again, people paying attention to trying to create group identity and group rights around something that is not really healthy to create group identity, group rights around. If you're going to create group identity, group rights around, I mean, group rights, of course, totally illegitimate, but if we're going to have group identity, that'd be something of choice, like, being a Star Trek fan or somebody who's into organic farming or whatever. Those to me are healthy identities, because they're not based on things that are immutable characteristics of people or things people can't readily change. It's like when you base it around things like where somebody's born or their gender, their sexual orientation, whatever, those things are a lot more dangerous. Gives government more opportunity for control. Like
there was a lot of
actually based on choice. Tribes of choice rather than tribes of birth.
Okay, wait a minute. Tribes of choice, tribes of birth. You're using that in context of what?
Well, I think tribes of choice are good. Like if people derive their sense of personal identity and fulfillment and their social life or whatnot around, like I said, things like. Maybe you like to go bowling, or you like knitting, or you're into collecting flying model airplanes or ships or something, whatever it is, those are fine, because they're things that are sort of like open to anybody that comes along, and they can participate in that stuff if they find it interesting. But if you do it around gay pride or straight pride or, being an American or these kind of things, well, it's not open to anybody, and it's much easier to just sort of permanently classify people. I just started going to City College here, the local community college, taking some classes. They on the application form, they want all of this information, right? I'm really trying to resist giving them as much as, I'll put down nothing, or I'll put down fake information whenever I think I can get it.
There is a regular listener from San Diego, been listening for years, which means and he works he's an architect, but I guess early in the morning they're at home listening to it in the morning, and which means his teenage son was listening to it. Well, now he's a freshman at ASU. He just started, and we got to meet him and go shooting with him, and my son's here, check in on him, say what's up, and get him activized, and let's do it. Now he was his son is going to be a point for us to have a lot of fun with ASU, and he had there was something. God, man, I lost my train of thought. I was going to bring him up. He made a point about something that you said.
College paperwork.
Yeah. When you were doing what he did, the reason he's going to ASU is because some of these questions that they had, he refused to answer them. So they come in, they go, hey, well, you need that. Nah, I'm not answering that. Okay, well, I guess you're exactly the kind of person we don't want to have come here. So, well, Arizona State, they're like, we don't care. All right, boom, freedom, and they go and they bought a condo here for him. So
where was he trying to go originally? That they didn't
California, Southern California, a bunch of different whatever, But there was something, and a lot of it was this citizenship and resident and all this other crap because that would give him some tax status in California. And we get to rape your parents more or something. He's like, nope, not doing it, not doing it. Even when he bought the property here, he did it all himself. Donna helped and gotten kind of, but he wanted to do outside of the system and a trust of this and cash and walk in and cash. We're not going to do. So he did it. He's like, bite me, okay. So Donna helped him get through that, but it was to avoid these very questions his entire life.
Well, he's an
architect.
I'm going to actually, later this afternoon, there's a so-called town hall meeting at the City College campus that I'm taking my classes at, and I'm going to go there and I guess think about a couple of things that I encountered in this process. One of them,
when doing the college application stuff?
Yeah, one of them is kind of a pet peeve of mine is, both of them are really. One is that, when I finally did get my registration thing sent off, they bombarded me with like 7 different emails, all this crap. And one of the emails was basically saying, here's a link to sign up for a CCSF email address. We're going to send all future information to this address, and we're not going to send, you're not going to get official emails from a college to your private email address. We're only going to use these CCSF addresses. Well, that, right away, that rubbed me the wrong way. But then I clicked on this link to go check it out, and, I figured, okay, I'll get the email address, whatever. But it takes me to a Google page. And you have to sign in with your Google account or create a Google account if you don't already have one. So basically they're saying anybody who goes to this taxpayer-funded college is basically forced to use Google, or they're not going to receive, all kinds of official information from the college that they'd be sending to students. And they even have, there's basically very strong warning language in this. I'll forward you this email because I kind of wrote up a little thing about it. They say, you will be held accountable for this information. And forcing people to get a Google account, then Google's going to be harvesting on you. I mean, they're going to be privy to all. Okay,
now wait a minute. They want it has to be Google. What?
If you go to this link, it's a CCSF link.
What does that mean?
But when I click on it,
what does that mean?
Oh, it's just City College of San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
If I click on this link, it looks like a college URL, right? It's going to take me some page on their website. But you click on that, and I did it several times just to make sure, I hadn't accidentally, screwed it up somehow, that it was really going there. It takes you to a Google account login page. And then you have to either enter your Google information or create a Google account if you want to go any further in getting your CCSF email address, that they want you to use for all their communication.
Oh, hell no.
Exactly.
You got man, what do you need? Let's, I want to do it. Hell, we do a show just on that.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can totally do that. I'll send you this email address. And that's not the only, that's pretty fucked up. I actually can't decide which one's more fucked up, that or this other thing I'm about to tell you about. So then, I'm trying to get, and it's taking me longer and more work because I'm trying to basically navigate the process in a way that's, again, not compromising my personal information as much as I can. It's like I'm not giving you the Social Security number, blah, blah, blah. So
that was a Social Security. That was a thing with California too. Arizona didn't care.
Well, City College didn't care that much, and apparently, I guess about that. We'll see. I mean, they did. One of the emails I got back from them said, we've classified you as a non-resident, and that I found out after talking to them that was because I on immigration status I put other. Just because it's none of their fucking business.
Yeah, right? No. See, that was the thing. That was one of the issues that his name's Cody, and young Cody is there. He goes, resident, because it's a tax thing. To the parent, you're going, hell no, none of your damn business. Well, then I go, well, if he's here in Arizona and you buy a condo for him, and it's then you could sell it later, more or less, kind of, better, these permanent, what. So I go, hey, well, then you get in-state ballot status. And he goes, no, because then if I do in-state ballot status, now I got to be, under the crown here, screw them.
Right. Yeah, it becomes tough to navigate these things. But City College, the tax thing, shouldn't matter because they made the whole thing free, quote unquote, anyway. They don't charge tuition anymore. They shoveled all that off on the taxpayers. So the taxpayers pay for anybody, to go and take free classes at this college. But you still have to be a California resident, So basically, what I found is they're going to, if I don't fix my residency status, which probably means, they'll want a whole bunch more information. They're
going to charge you too.
They're going to send me a bill, right? But I just won't pay it because I don't, basically I just want to take a Spanish class and a writing class, and I don't care about their grade thing. I'm not trying to transfer, graduate with some, nice report card or whatever. I don't care about that. So, but this other thing I found out, in calling, they have like a help desk that you can call, for just whatever questions, issues you're having as a student, right? So I call this number, and it's a 415 area code number, which is local to San Francisco, and a lot of the college phone numbers have a 239 prefix after that. So yeah, it's a 415-239. 3711 actually is the full number. You can call it if you're curious. And so I call this number, and
you write the article, put all these details in. We're going to do a show. I'll be calling. We're going to get some.
Yeah, well, I'll send you. Yeah, it's interesting because so I call this and I'm asking these people questions, and they didn't know some of the stuff, and then I ask, well, where are you? They say, well, we're in Florida, And I talked to several people at this number, and they're all in Florida. And I eventually talked to a supervisor, and I found out they despite having the phone number and everything, and when you call before you get connected with a live person, there's a recording. It says, thank you for calling City College Help Desk or something like that. But basically, it's a private company. They're called Ellucian. It's spelled Ellucian. And I found this company. It's a huge company. It's basically a multinational. They've got offices in a whole bunch of different countries, and their headquarters is in like Reston, Virginia. So like I said, well, Reston is in Fairfax County, it's the same county as Langley, where the CIA headquarters is. And
of course
they're located 20 minutes from CIA headquarters. Basically, the headquarters is this Ellucian company, which I found also interesting that if you just spelling the name phonetically, it's like illusion. And I think if this is and I don't know that it is a CIA or intelligence agency front company.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're getting the data. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they can get it right either way, but it just struck me that a company like this. I mean, basically, they're saying they're like the number one supposedly provider of software and cloud services and stuff to institutions of higher learning, around the world. And like if I was a senior spook, working for the CIA, and I was thinking, okay, how am I going to gather information on people in other countries? Well, institutions of higher learning, so-called, would be one of the top targets.
Yeah, that's when you want to get them the right age, impression. You want to know who they are. You want to.
Right. That's where the elite go to study to become the future leaders and everything, and where they're maybe making a use.
And you got an email to push everything to them how you want them to think in their Facebook account to the news feed.
If you get the institutions actually to give you the data, you don't have to go out and spy on them. They'll just send it to you. Like act like you're providing a service for them, right? you're helping them manage their information system. You're collecting all these.
Well, how well are you
data
chronicling all this stuff? Are you writing down names and numbers and going to do the big article, the video, or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote an article about this stuff, encouraging people to come to this meeting that's happening this afternoon. I think it may just be with the student.
Was there a link? I'll put that bad boy up right now.
Hang on, let me find it and I'll forward it to you.
Yeah, email me that. I'll put it up. Just say we did.
Yeah, I mean, it really needs, I don't know how much of my speculation about the intelligence register or whatever, but either way, there's like people definitely, harvesting.
No, I just told you a story. I got a listener for a long time in San Diego that has his son going to ASU because of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the residency question, I think that's what it was. Don't know when that was. It was for Cody going to ASU. It was because of the residency questions or some information on the forums or something that his dad had. I'm pretty sure that was it. And he was like, nope, because it was a tax thing. And when he did his real estate transaction here, because Arizona's got all kinds of real estate, stuff going on, he's like, nope, don't want to do it. He went totally by himself.
ErnestHancock.com.
Yeah, Ernest Hancock at Cox.net.
That's the best one? Okay. Yeah, I've got like different email addresses here.
Yeah, they all go to the same place.
I'm just forwarding you this here. I just went out, so if you're looking at your email, you can see it right
cool.
now. I basically wrote up the stuff I told you and a little bit more details.
So this afternoon you're going to get to say your piece and bring that up and say something about something. And what are you going to say?
Yeah, I'm going to try. Well, I'm going to say the kind of things, just what I'm saying in this email I just sent you, basically about what's going on with this thing. Both and the other thing is, this company, Ellucian, and a lot of big companies do this, and some government agencies do this too. Is they record your phone call without your consent. And then you don't have access to that recording. That's a big pet peeve of mine, and I go at it with companies about this all the time.
Okay, I started doing radio in 2003, and right before that, there was in December of 2002 so it was like 3 months before I started doing radio. Terry Bressie of Checkpoint USA. Are you familiar with this?
Checkpoint USA, that's the 100-mile swath thing.
Yeah, but it's a website that Terry Bressie put up. Am I being detained? Am I free to go? Am I being detained? And he is, was it Space Watcher or something like that? That is, they track all the meteors and asteroids and what's going to kill, the U.S. or Earth or whatever. And I'm saying leave the boy alone. So he was a student at the University of Arizona, started working with this. He's an astronomer, whatever. He goes to Kit Peak. He has to drive through the Tohono O'odham Native American reservation there all the time. And that's where they started right in like 2002, man. They were going through everybody, and you're within 160 miles from the border, but they were stopping everybody and searching alphabet soup or whatever. Well, he recognized what was coming on. He wouldn't participate. Well, oh yeah, boy, you can sit on the side of the road. No, they did. For 4 hours, he sat there handcuffed on the side of the road, watching everything, taking, note of everything, and he filed lawsuit, goes all the way to the Ninth Circuit, wins $250,000, go away. Now, he's still doing this. Now, what happened is in the interviews with him, since regular basis of this been a thing, it's immigration and checkpoints and internal and Nazi paper please crap. Well, he started as a student at University of Arizona when you were doing sign for class or some 1 year. They came in and they said, here's some free, everybody gets a MasterCard. And they took all this data, and all it was to get database. They wanted everybody on, and the condition by which you fill out this and check this form, and you get your free credit card. Woohoo! I'm in. Well, he didn't want to do it. No, I'm not doing it. Well, you got to process and check this box and do. And what it really was a data collection. And he just said, I'm not doing it, and I'm not playing. And he wrote a email on the student email system or something that went viral. And everybody's like, well, they're what? They're getting what? They're selling data what? They're doing, and it became a thing. Well, then they come after him, and he goes, yeah, you want to play lawsuit? And they go, dang it, I hate when Terry. So that was in their mind before when the union of the Border Patrol guys tried to get him fired from for challenging them and so on, trying to get him fired from the University of Arizona. They knew that he was going to file suit. They go, yeah, you're going to press. You're going to go, yep, we're going to go all the way on that. All right, now all we want is you to not use University of Arizona pickup truck when you go to Kit Peak from now, and you can put all your videos on, cameras everywhere, all you want. I mean, that was their compromise, okay? So this has been going on since, God, the 90s, of exactly what you're talking about. They've been doing data collection to the point that they're going to give them a credit card they're going to max out and get mom to pay for, okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, I basically stopped. I mean, I used to sometimes I would apply for credit cards to get these discounts or whatever, stores, and yeah, I realized it's the whole thing about credit checks. The whole credit score system is just another way to harvest data from people. It's not worth it. It's not worth participating in that whole system.
Are you a big crypto guy? Do you use crypto?
I'm not as far as taking payments. I'd like to. There's like a learning curve there. I wish there was more. I know there's a guy down in Arizona, Thomas Costanza, who got persecuted over this. We really need more people like him to teach people how to. He's
getting out this October. They gave him some early whatever in October. Having a big party Halloween. Woo! Right, Morpheus is out. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So anyway, where were we?
Well,
There's a million.
I mean, I would be, if I'm a sex worker, I go, you know what? And I'd be purdy and got silver or crypto, I give a discount. You want to start discount? Give me crypto.
I'm all in favor of it. It's just a practical thing of getting it set up.
Are you kidding me? I got 15 gazillion guys set it up for you just to say they did.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear that, guy?
I need somebody, handhold me through it because I'm not a techie person, and it's easy to I need to have it down smooth if it's something I'm going to use in transactions with, doing business.
All right. But, I'm going to do it right now.
Like one of the main sites I advertise on, RentMan. I mean, they prominently advertise it. They'll take Bitcoin,
And you're what kind of communist are you, man? Holy crap! They already got everybody else but Star Child. Mr. Libertarian Star Child is the only sex worker on the list of he doesn't take crypto. No. I'm saying that the company that runs the site takes crypto. I don't think most individual sex workers do. All right, I'm gonna email. Let me know if he answers this. I'm trying. Drew Phillips. From Bitcoin Not Bombs and Agris Hosting.
Yeah, I remember Drew. He's still down there? Or?
On Tucson. Okay, Star Child needs worker crypto.
But here's the thing, Ernie.
For business.
Doing this kind of stuff remotely is not really... I want somebody.
No, because Davi and Drew got friends in San Francisco. Davi used to live in San Jose or San Francisco or something.
Yeah, I know he did.
So they have, a bunch of meetup, crypto contact, whatever there. He's going to hook you up or get introduced. Guy walk up and say, "What's up?" and done. Done. If this doesn't get done, all you have to do is go to freaking one meetup and you're done. So the fact that you aren't done is that is a slight on me for not checking. I was like, I'm going, Star Child needs to be done. All right, well, we're going to get you done, man. Done.
Thanks
okay, I'm just sending this. I'm just, boom. He needs a crypt done. There. Let me know how it goes next time we talk. It's over. Done. You got a smartphone, right?
Yeah, although I need to change another one. I'm not. See, a lot of this tech stuff. It's like I just don't feel like I ever have enough information to really make an informed decision.
You don't.
And
I don't. No. Nobody does.
Right. And so a lot of times I just I don't use it. Like I hardly use any apps because they all want to collect all kinds of information from you and your phone. It's
I just changed and got a different phone because the other one broke, and I've been holding out for the privacy. These guys are trained, just like with this university, or fill out your paperwork, or the third party